Alrighty, we're at Big Sound 2019 and I'm here with Scabz. And how are we, guys?
Pretty tired, but good.
Big night last night.
Just been a big couple of days, yeah. But yeah, we're getting there. Powering through, powering through.
Well, yeah, you did have the King Street crawl just on the weekend, didn't you?
Yeah, and we did 5 shows.
Only 5 shows.
Only five, yeah.
Jeez, that's pretty impressive. And how did they go?
Yeah, they were all really good. We thought it was going to be a lot more shit than it was.
I'm glad it was less shit. But
Yeah.
it could have been.
Yeah, when we got to about the third or fourth show, we are all kind of like, okay, we can handle this. This is fine. We can do this.
Glad you got halfway through before you were committed. You know what I mean? And you were on the Rage couch yesterday. How the fuck was that? Like, that's a pretty iconic thing.
It was a dream come true.
Yeah, it was a bit of a wig out.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, I was like, when I first walked in, I was just like, wait a minute, that's the Rage couch, that's the Rage. Like, are you kidding? And I was just like standing there, and then old mate filming was like, you're right, mate. I'm like, I'm just fulfilling like a childhood fantasy, just watching this happen.
You know, I asked them, I was interested to know if they tour with the couch or if they have like a couch in different cities, and apparently that's the Brisbane. Yeah, well, I was really, really hoping that they would drive it everywhere with them, but yeah, it was a new couch.
Comfortable?
It was a bit squishy.
Bit small. Could have been bigger.
Could have been bigger. Like, that's maybe we should. Yeah, so you're right. Budget cuts. Jesus.
Yeah.
And and so you played Crowbar last night. You played a fair few new songs.
Yeah, we did play a couple of new songs. Played a song we're bringing out soon, and then a couple songs we've only just finished writing. So yeah, a couple of new ones.
So are you working on an EP or an album, or is it too early to tell?
I think like long term, maybe next year after album would be pretty cool. But we've got a song and a single and a B-side coming out like very at the end of this year, very very soon.
Oh, wicked, wicked. That's cool. And does it have a name or?
Yeah, the song's called Feel Good Summer. We're gonna try and bring it out in the next couple of weeks. So hopefully around the National Day of Action on Climate Change, which would be pretty cool because the song's about people who don't believe in climate change.
They can all get fucked, eh?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Good, good. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yeah, I'm glad to say, otherwise the interview would be over.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And you're a fairly new addition to the band. How is it fitting into a moderately established band? I mean, have you got much band experience or?
Well, I do have another band that I just started up with a couple of mates just for a bit of fun, but yeah, it was just super sick. I was real stoked when I got asked. You know, it was just sort of like everything that I was doing already, but on just a larger scale. And it's just, you know, I'm playing. This is my first time playing shows in Brisbane, and we played a show in Melbourne a little while ago. And it's, you know, it's pretty crazy for me to be able to, you know, it's just a bit of a dream, I guess. Almost.
That's wicked. And how is the Brisbane crowd comparative to, you know, Melbourne and Sydney?
Everyone's real keen to party up here, always.
Yeah.
I've noticed that too.
Last night, like everyone's here at Big Sound to see bands, so there's not anyone really like being, you know, half interested or whatever. Like everyone's like fucking paid a lot of money to be here. Like, yeah, like they're all coming to watch bands, so everyone's really into it. Yeah, it's good.
That's wicked. And like, yeah, you had a decent crowd last night, and I saw a lot of people singing along to Brett Lee.
Yeah.
When you wrote that song, who writes the music?
I usually write all the lyrics.
Yeah. So when you did write it, was it like a tongue-in-cheek thing, or did you set out to like how does a song like that come across?
I was telling the story about the time. It's a true story. So I didn't let Brett Lee into World Bar because he didn't have ID. And I was telling my friend that story. And she was like, that sounds like a Scabz song. And I was like, yes, it does. And then I wrote it.
There we go.
That's pretty much the process.
Fuck, that's so sick. So do you use, I mean, obviously you got a climate change song coming up, but
Yeah.
do you use many real world scenarios and things to influence songwriting, or do you have to get into a particular mindset to start a Scabz song?
I think it's a bit of both. There's some Scabz songs that are kind of like I've just sat down and bleh. And then there's other ones that are like that, like Lozzie and I will be at the pub and she'll be like, you should write a song about that. Or I'll tell a story to a friend and she was like, you should write a song about that. So it's kind of a bit of both.
And does it put you on the spot when you do have that idea of writing a song about a particular thing, or does it come fairly natural these days?
That's a good question. Sometimes I guess it's a bit laborious, isn't it? Like you can sit down and try and be like, right, I have to write a song about this, but if it's not working, I just won't do it. It's not like I
That's it. You don't have to.
have to. Yeah, it's not like
No, that's totally fair. And I mean, like, how did the name come to be?
Scabz. honestly, I can't fucking remember. I think there was something to do with you had a car that used to be called Scab or something.
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend had a car called Scabz, so we just chucked a Z on the end of it, and I was like, yep, I'll take that. Thank you.
That's such a good iconic name. Hey? You a push pitter or a wall of death instigator?
Oh. Um. Oh. I don't love the Wall of Death. Yeah. Yeah. I'm more. I like having a bit of space to actually like get my arms going. Yeah. So I'd say probably more of a pusher. Yeah.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
And how about you?
I'd
Yeah.
probably have to go the same.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wall of deaths can get a bit too deathy,
Wall
can't
of
they?
Deaths- Wall of Deaths are too hectic for
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
No,
Moz
that's
has acquired many a black eye. Yeah. She's
Jeez.
at everyone else's elbow height, mate. So she's fucking just charge in hard as. And then the end of the gig come out like, I had so much fun, and like covered in black eyes and bruises.
I can imagine. Yeah. Jeez.
Elbow height. It's a deadly height. Yeah.
I have to like wear full headgear and stuff going in.
Maybe just some stilts. And then I'll...
Or people could be more like compassionate and not as red hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's totally fair. And I mean, yeah, you didn't play Big Sound last night. You've got another Big Sound gig coming up. What other bands are you keen to see while you're up here, or any of the showcases that pique your fancy?
Tonight there's a little party, a little Farmer in the Hour party, which would be sick. Bad Dreams are playing. We saw a Private Function last night. They were sick.
Yeah.
I heard they like lit themselves on fire and
Yeah.
threw beer kegs and shit around. I fucking missed it. I was so upset.
They poured Mountain Dew all over the foldbacks, and I think they pissed the venue off a little bit. It was cool. Everyone had fun.
Did somebody throw a bottle at someone, or
Yeah, there was a lot going on.
private functions? I guess it makes sense. Hey, do your shows ever get that rowdy, or?
Mate, look, when our show gets rowdy, it's because someone's being a cunt and I instigate the rowdiness. So, like, people obviously mosh and stuff, but I think, like, for example, someone threw a whole beer at me once because I wouldn't do a shoey.
Fuck.
That man was swiftly ejected from the venue by myself. So,
Don't take shit. Yeah.
That's the kind of rowdiness, I guess. It's like someone will piss me off and I'm like, don't have time for you.
No, that's definitely respectable. Like, that's definitely sick that you know, not only can you do that, but you're comfortable in calling it out and tell someone to
Yeah.
fuck off. Because I know that it's rock and roll and all that bullshit. But no,
Yeah.
being true to yourself and, you know,
Yeah.
protecting your punters and your fans.
Shoeys are gross.
Especially the people who offer up their shoes half the time. Hey, it's just like 8-year-old Reebok.
Head, like
I
seriously.
don't want to put it back on. Why would you want a wet shoe?
Yeah, I mean, I went to Story So Far in Newey a couple months back, and this dude ended up giving both of his shoes for people to do shoeies, and he's just walking. He ended up. It was like a 10-degree night, and he's like got these wet ass shoes, and he's complaining like walking back and squelching, and I'm just like, you fucking brought it on yourself, like. Exactly, yeah. But
It's ruining Australian culture. It's putting a bad name to us, I think.
what would you prefer? To just people to just hand you a beer?
I'd just love a beer out of a
Nice glass, yeah. Nice tinny.
Nice
Yeah.
tinny.
That's right. And is there a particular brew that you enjoy over the rest?
I've been really into Carlton lately. And-
Since going to Melbourne, or?
No, I think that was just a coincidence.
Well, I'm going to say Young Henry's because Young Henry's give us lots of free beer when we go on tour. So yeah, Young Henry's. Young Henry's.
Fuck yeah, Young Henry's is goods. They're the goods. And what about? Are we all just beer drinkers, or do we just partake in anything alcoholic?
I
Pretty much anything alcoholic, yeah.
No, I like that definitely.
I just got a bit of a passion fruit vanilla cocktail across the way over there.
Passion fruit vanilla.
I think they probably got this. Yeah, there it is. It's on that tap just there too. Go.
Oh, true. I'll have to inquire. That sounds
Great.
like a good night out.
Yeah, a nice fruity evening.
Yeah, it's good sustenance and good vitamins. And well, yeah. So you've got the new track coming out in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
2020. Do you have any kind of bucket listy things you want to try and kick off, or?
Yeah, fuck, man, I'm getting old. I need to finish writing an album, so I think that's the bucket listy thing for us is maybe try and do that. That'd be really cool, I reckon.
Cool. Is there any other things, like you got any shows coming up?
Yeah, well, with this single, we're hopefully doing a tour, most of the East Coast, maybe a couple little fezzies over summer. So yeah, we'll be cranking around.
Have you been across to South Australia yet, or?
Yeah, we played one show in Adelaide on the Scabz tour that we did last year, and yeah, we're playing a festival in Adelaide in December.
Yeah, wicked. That's
Yeah.
sick. Oh, nice. It'll be nice and hopefully not too hot over there. Hopefully you get some of that nice Tassie breeze coming up. But
Yeah.
no, that's wicked.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks. Thank you, Big Sound. Thank you to this lovely room we're in, sponsored by Pims. Pims and Clock over there. Yeah, where are you getting pillows? Pims. And if you don't sponsor us, Pims, we're cutting this out. No, thank you guys so much for joining.
Cheers,
And yeah, it was a good time. It was very good. I'll probably catch you again very soon at a push kit. I take it. A lovely push kit.